वालेकुम सलाम। तो काम है। Okay, let's begin with this exam. This is May June 2024, variant 1-1. I'm just grabbing my calculator so that I calculate you. Let's begin. Just one little thing that's left. Okay. Question number 1 is completing the square. Let's try to complete the square. That's the first question on the exam. Okay, my idea of completing the square is to use comparison. That's what I'm going to do. So 3y square minus 12y minus equals to 3y square plus 2ay plus a square plus b. 3y square plus 6ay. plus 3a square plus b. So 3 is equals to 3 minus 12 equals to 6a, a equals to minus 2, and 3a square plus b should equal 15, so 3 minus 2 square plus b 12 plus b minus 27. 3y minus 2 square minus 27. I hope that's the correct answer. Let's check. Okay, hence find the exact solution of 3x power 4. So what I can say is that this is a disguised quadratic equation. Okay, when it says hence, I am bound to use the previous part in this. I'm first going to make a substitution. Then I'm going to use my completed square form, although I have a feeling that you can do it without the completed square form as well, but you should learn how to use the hence part. So 3y minus 2 whole square equals to 27. Y minus 2 whole square equals to 9. And y minus 2, when you take a root now, I get y minus 2 equals to 3 and y minus 2 equals 3. Y equals to 5 and y equals to 1. Those are values for y. I need to find values for x. So 5 equals to x squared, 5 x squared. That's not possible. And I get x equals to plus minus. Okay, those should be the two answers. Yeah. When I say hence, you are forced to use the previous part. Okay. Question number 2. The diagram shows the two curves. One curve has equation this and the other curve has equation that. In order to transform the curve y equals to sine x to the curve y equals to f of x, the curve y equals to sine of x is first reflected in the x-axis, reflected vertically downwards. Seconds. So the graph has currently become minus sine x. That is what the graph is currently. Okay. Describe a sequence of two further transformations which are required. So I know that there's a false axis involved. It looks like that. So the false axis is at -2. I know there's going to be a -2 here. And I see that the amplitude has also changed. Okay. Uh, the amplitude is the maximum minus the minimum divided by 2. So 1 minus 5 divided by 2. And an amplitude leads to a multiplication. That's 3. So the equation of this curve should be my minus 3 sine x 2. Correct on that. Oh, okay, I had to describe fully. So the stretch y-axis is a factor of along y-axis, factor of 3, and translation 2 units down. All this is after it has been first reflected in axis. Okay. Okay, so translation 2 units down, and I think I should say the vector as well, 0 minus 2. F of x in terms of sine x, that's the question that I solved earlier. So minus 3 sine x minus 2. Okay. Then the next question is from binomial. There's a coefficient of x cubed and the expansion of this is 160 and the value of the constant a. So I don't know what term I have to calculate. So I'm going to use NCR a power n minus r and b power r. So 6cr a power 3 power 6 minus r and ax power r. I want x cube and I have x power r should equal 3. So 6c3 3 power 6 minus 3 ax power 3. So 6c3 is 4 divided by 3 a cube x cube. The coefficient of this is equals to 160. That means that this term is going to be equals to 160x cubed. Cube root of 8, which is 2. Hence, find the coefficient of x cube in the expansion of this. So 3 plus ax power 6, 1 minus 2x. Now, I just have one term from inside this, and that term is 20a cube x cube. So a cube gives me 8, so that's 160x cube from inside. I don't have any other terms. But what I notice now is that when I multiply this with this, I get 160x cubed. But what about the fact that I could multiply this with an x square from here? So I need to go back to my working and find out a term in x squared. Okay, like I found out a term in x cubed. I'm going to say r equals to 2. I'm going to do that working here. 6c2 3 power 6 minus 2 and a is 2, so 2x squared. 6c2 is 15 and I think I messed up the calculation. I messed up the calculation here. A is in 2. A is 2 over 3. 540. 540. 8 over 27. A is 2 over 3. Okay, 6 into 5 divided by 2 into 3 over 4 divided by 3 squared 540. Okay, so 160 multiplies with this, I get 160x cubed minus 1080. I hope I'm correct this time. Looks like I'm correct. Minus 920x cubed, so the coefficient is minus 9. Okay, 2 questions out of the way. 3 questions out of the way. Question number 4, the equation of a curve is this, where f of x is this, the following points lie on the curve, non-exact values have been correct to 2 decimal places. Question like this comes up, it's probably from differentiation, and this is a derivation of differentiation. It's called differentiation by first principles that you need to have an understanding. Okay, find the value of k correct to 5 decimal places. Non-exact. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert the value of x these zeros and the root of 2.0 Or did I get that wrong? It's a tough type, but let's try to do it. Put up brackets and oh, I think that yeah, I messed up one of the brackets. Four point. That's correct. The table shows the gradients of AB, AC, AD, and AF. Uh, Find the gradient of the chord AE, giving your answer correct to 4 decimal places. So AE, so 6.4.63566 minus 4, 2.1 minus 2, 6.3566. Okay. Then it says reduce the value of f bar of 2. So you see the table, 2 is the point A, and all of this table includes growing closer and closer to the point A. So you started off from 3, then you have 2.1, then you have 2.01, then you have 2. So what you are doing is you are approaching the point 2. What do you see? The gradient approaching. Okay, the gradient keeps reducing and it's approximately 6.25 at this point. So that is what you would tell me about the gradient at -2. Excellent. How is this going to help you with auditing? Okay, prove the identities. I start from the left hand side. I can replace sine square x with 1 minus cos square x. So I have minus cos square x minus cos x. Take minus cos x common. So I have cos x plus 1. That cancels out with the denominator. So easy 3 marks. So minus cos x, and there's a 2 in the bottom as well. I think the identity has changed a little. Minus cos x over 2. So be careful. So minus cos x equals to half. Cos x equals to minus half. You mark your quadrants first, S and T. Calculate alpha. Cos inverse of half in degrees is 60. Quadrant 2. Right. Okay. Question 6. The function f is defined by this. The diagram shows a graph of y equals to f of x. On this diagram, sketch the graph of y equals to f inverse of x, showing any relevant mirror line. The mirror line is always the line y equals to x. That goes at 45 degrees, so that's what you should do. Draw that line. Okay. When this gets reflected, it's going to show up somewhere here, and when this gets reflected, it should show up somewhere here as a line, because it needs to be equidistant from the mirror line. Okay, so I think this is at 4. It's reaching the value 4. That's what I can see from here. Here also it's going to be 4. Okay, sharper, so yep, that's what the reflection should look like. Find an expression for f inverse, so I think that's simple. When you put a root, you get both a plus and a minus. You need to decide at this point whether you need a plus or a minus. You notice this curve, it's to the left hand side. The domain is also pointing towards the left. That means that you're going to have a negative outside. Okay, solve the equation f of x equals to 4 over 5, 4.5. So 2 over x square plus 4 equals to 4.5. 2 over x square equals to 5. X square equals to 4, and x can equal both plus and minus 2, but I'm going to take just minus 2 because x is less than or equals to less than 0. Okay, just checking if all my answers are correct. Explain why the equation has no solution. Because they never intersect. Therefore, no solution. Okay, question number 7 is circular measure. This looks like an easy question. In the diagram, AOD and BC are two parallel straight lines. Arc AB is a part of a circle with center O and radius 15. Angle BO is equals to this. Arc CD is part of a circle with center O and radius 10. Angle COD is equals to pi over 2. Show that theta equals to 0.7297. Okay, so this is 15 and this has to be 10. I can draw a straight line here and call this also 10. Then I can say that sine theta equals to 10 over 15. Theta equals to sine inverse of 2 over 3. Point 7297. When the perimeter and the area of the shape ABCD giving an answer correct to 3 significant figures, that's a 7-mark question. The first, area. There are a couple of things that I need to do for area. Area of sector, then that triangle, then that, and then the other triangle as well. And then the other sector as well. The area of left sector is half or square, yeah, 0.7297. Area of right sector is half, it's 10 square, pi over 2. Okay, then there's a triangle in the middle. What I can do is I will need certainly this side. So what I should do is I should take out this angle first. That angle is going to be pi over 2 minus 7.7297 over 2. It's 0.8411. Okay, and I can use tan, and I can say that tan 0.8411 to opposite over 10. It's 11.18. Okay, so area of triangle of base and height. and plus area of both sectors. Put that in a triangle. The total area is then, let's add all of them up. 0.5 into 15 square into 0.7297 plus 0.5 into 10 square to pi over 2 plus 0.5 into base into 216.216 centimeter. The area, let me check if I have the area correct. 216 point, correct to 3. The perimeter is definitely easier. Just about adding all of the sides. Perimeter is the outer boundary. So you aren't going to add these two sides. You're going to say 15 plus 10 plus the arc length that's here, CD, that's r theta, and into pi over 2. Right, and stop. Plus 11.18 plus other arc length 15 into 0.72. centimeters. Yep, that's the answer. Okay, moving on. Question number 8. If there's 3 terms of an arithmetic progression on this, and that, find the value of the 10th term of the. So when you have an arithmetic progression, there is a common difference between the terms. Whenever you have an extra unknown in the question, that's what you start doing. That d can be calculated from here, and d can be calculated from here. Both of these should be equal. So 4p minus 26 will equal 13 minus p minus 4p plus 1. So 4p plus 5p equals to 13 plus 20. 9p is equals to 30 over 9. Sounds a little weird, but yes. And the value of the 10th term of the progression. So p is, so 10th term is a plus 9d, a, and d is 4p minus 26, so 4p minus 26. Minus 49. Yep, minus 49 is the correct answer. B is the same, I think. Yeah, instead of having an arithmetic, then I have the geometric. When I have the geometric, I rely on the common ratio. Dividing subsequent terms gives me the ratio of 4q minus 1 over 5 is the same. 18 minus q over 4q minus 1. 4q minus 1 whole square. 25 times 30. So 16q squared minus 8q plus 1. 250 and 720. equals to 4 and minus 81, 16. Sum to recursive positive numbers. This one. The sum to infinity I have k over 1 minus r. 25. 1 minus r was 4q minus 1. 4q gives me 60. Sum to infinity is 60. Okay. Question number 9. The diagram shows part of the curve this and the line is this. The curve intersects the line y equals to 1 at the point 1, 1, and the exact volume of the shaded ring generated 360 degrees above the x-axis. I need to have limits for x. That's one obvious thing. The first limit is 1 and 2.4. That means that I have to integrate functions of x. Okay. When I have to integrate functions of x, I'm going to say above squared minus below squared for volume, put a pi outside, dx here. Okay, what is this on the above? What is the equation of this line? It's y equals to 1. So I do 1 squared. What's below? It's the curve, so 5x minus 4 squared power 1 over 3 squared. That's what I have to integrate. So 1 minus 5x minus 4 power minus 2 x minus 5x minus 4 power minus 2 plus 1 over 3 5 1 and 2.4. 2.4 minus 5 into 2.4 minus 4 power 1 over 3 divided by 5 over minus 1 minus 5 minus 4 power equal to 1. So 6 over 5 and 2 over 5. 4 over 5 pi. Okay, previous answer had a slight bit of mistake somewhere. Pi. Okay, hello, the library man. Okay, that was the correct answer. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 10. The equation of a circle is this. The line of the equation y equals to mx plus c passes through the point 0 comma minus sign and is a tangent to the circle. Okay, there's a circle 3 comma 0, radius is 18. The line is this, passing through this is a tangent to the circle. Find the two possible values of m, and for each value of m, find the coordinates of the point at which the tangent touches the circle. Okay. The first thing that clicks is that I should be combining these two equations. X square minus 6x plus 9 plus m square x square plus 2mcx plus c square equals to 18. Okay, find the two possible values of m. Okay, one thing that I should be doing here is that I should also be using this because it's giving me the exact value of c. C is minus 9. Okay, I think I should do this again. X square minus 6x plus 9 plus m square x square minus 18mx plus 81 minus 18 to 0. I think I have enough to work with in terms of quadratics. 90 minus 18 is 62. Minus 18 is 70. So a is 1 plus m square, b is minus 6 minus 18m, c is 72. Since it's a tangent, so b square minus 4ac should equal 0. Okay, the two negatives open up with a positive, so 36 plus 2 into 18, 6 is 216m, plus 18 square is 224m square, minus 4 into 70, 288. It's 288m. So 324 minus 288. 36m squared plus 216m minus 288 plus 36 minus 250. And then minus 7. So m is 1 and m is minus 7. Question doesn't end there. It says find the two possible, and for each value find the coordinates of the point at which the tangent touches the circle. So I also need to find the intersection point. To be honest, I can just use this equation for the intersection points. I can say that x square, I'm using m as 1, so x square plus x square minus 6x minus 18 plus 72 equals to 0. So 2x square minus 24x plus 7, 0. Okay, I haven't written minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac over 2a here, but that's what you have to do after you write down abc. Okay, so 2 minus 24, and same for this as well. I'm just a little reluctant to write that here. X equals to 6. Y equals to 1x minus 9. So 6 minus 9 gives me minus 3. For the other equation, I can say it's x squared plus 49x squared minus 6x minus 18 minus 18 into 7, 126. 6x and 72. So x 50x squared plus 120x plus 70. Okay, so y should be minus 7 times minus 6 over 5. It's 9. 42 over 5 minus 9 minus 3 over 5. Yep, the two answers are correct. It's a long question, but with simple solution. Okay, I think that's the last question on the exam, and someone must have already solved it, which is why it's here. Solve it again. I remember this is a tough one. It takes time to solve. Okay, a function is defined by this, is shown in the diagram. Find the set of values of it for which it is decreasing. So I will have to differentiate it first. Let me first bring it to the numerator. So dy by dx gives me minus 12 over minus 12x power minus 4 plus 3x power minus 2 plus 2. I have to make sure that this is decreasing. Okay, I can see that it's decreasing at two different points. Here you can see that it's decreasing. So there are two possibly symmetrical values there. Okay, so first let's simplify this. And this has to be less than 0. Okay, 2x power 4 plus 3x square plus 2 is less than 0. Okay, now you've never done a disguised quadratic inequality. First time I'll probably be seeing it. So what I am going to do is I'm going to try to solve it with factorization rather than solving it on my calculator and ending up with two values and then by the numbers. But I think that should also be simple. It's not a difficult question per se. In fact, I can just convert. Our first step is to convert it into an equation, right? So uh, whenever you're solving an inequality, then you can say 2u squared, u is basically x squared plus 3u plus 12 equals 0. Wasn't this minus 12? Okay, I've already messed up, so minus 12. So minus 12 everywhere. Checking if I am doing this correctly. Now there's some mistake here that I haven't picked up. Oh my god, I've differentiated wrong. Okay, let's start over. So this question is about differentiation. Okay, and it says find the set of values of x for which this is decreasing. So f of x 4x power minus 3 minus 3x power minus 1 plus 2. F bar of x is minus 12 over and 0. That's what I missed earlier on. Should be an easy question from here. It's less than. So 3x squared minus 12 less than 0. X squared minus 4 is less than 0. So x should either be equal to 2 or x equal to minus 2. And what values will I pick? I will pick the values that are lower than 0. So x should be between minus 2 and 2. Okay. One thing that you should be careful about here is that x cannot be 0. Okay, x cannot be 0. You need to restate that. Okay, then it says the triangle is bounded by the curve by the y-axis, the normal to the curve at the point where x equals 1, and the tangent to the curve at which x equals to minus 1. So there's a tangent at minus 1. Let's say it goes something like this, for example, and there's a normal at 1. 1 and that's minus 1. What area am I asking you to find? I am asking you to find the area between the y-axis, the normal to the curve, and this. Find the area of the triangle, giving your answer correct to 3 significant figures. I am asking you to find probably this area. Let's say. Okay. What I need to find out simply is that where are these lines? I need the equations of these lines. So I have dy by dx minus 12 over x power 4 plus 3 over x squared. Normal at the point where x equals to 1. So dy by dx gives me minus 9. That's tangent. Now the idea right now is to start doing yearlies. If you find that a particular topic is problematic, then you should go back, practice 5 or 6 questions on that topic, come back to the yearlies, do another yearly, see if your problem is solved. If it isn't, to go back and solve 5 or 6. Then equation of normal. I can't do that right now. Then going to create a problem for the YouTube channel. I'll do a Zoom class someday where I solve that paper. Okay. I suggest you start backwards from 2024, go as far back as possible. 5 years is good, 3 years is okay, 10 years is amazing. Okay, so when y equals to 1, x equals to 1, y should equal 4 over 1 minus 3 over 1 plus 2. Y is then 3. So y minus y1 m Okay, I think that equation looks fine to me. Okay, then dy by dx at x equals to -1 minus 12 over 1 plus 3 over 1, that gives me -9. So that's the equation of the tangent, but let's find out what y was then. Is 4 over x cubed, so 4 over minus 3 over minus plus 2, so minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1, y minus y plus 1, minus 9x minus 9 plus 1. Okay, now I have the equations. I need this point, and I certainly need these points for me to be able to calculate the area. So I need the y-intercept of both. So this y-intercept is basically, I think, 26 over 9. This y-intercept is -8. And I need the intersection point. So for the intersection point, I'm going to substitute, solve simultaneously. 49 over 41. If that is a positive or it's a negative. Okay, x is -49 over 41, and y should be -9 times -49 divided by 8, 113 over. Okay, so that's the intersection point. Can I simply say that the base of the triangle is this and the height of is that? So the base is half, to add the two y-intercepts together or subtract the two y-intercepts for 9 minus 8. It's the base. What's the height? It's 49 over 40. I have a feeling this 40 over 40. Maybe it's right. Other side, I don't know for sure. Let's check if it's correct. Let's see where we messed up. 6.51. Yeah, 6.51. Okay, that brings me to the end of this exam. Surprisingly, it was really short for me. However, I have lots of time. I could go back and check. But I've already checked my answers, so that's fine. Thank you for watching. Hello. When will you do the next live session and what paper it will? Because there's a WhatsApp group that tells you what papers I'm going to do. If you haven't joined that, send me a message on WhatsApp and I'm going to add you. And the second thing is that I am doing the May-June 24 series right now. Okay? And I'm going to do the practice tomorrow, do the paper tomorrow.